Okay, so according to our rules, let's just check what the rules. All seeds fail to germinate and free of fluids. Okay. Non-marked seeds fail to germinate in fluid A and B. Okay, no, none of that. When striped seeds were put in fluid D and fluid E, only one will fail to germinate. Okay, so this is where I had a problem. When striped seeds, one of them, one of the liquids, one of the seeds. I assumed it's the seeds, which basically means what which basically means that D and E where striped lone seed can be put, i.e. this one. However, it doesn't add up with damn it, where is it? One of them failed to germinate. No, it basically means that nothing can be put in B then. Round seeds in fluid B failed to germinate, yeah. But lone seeds can also not germinate in B, if you are to assume that D and E are supposed to be that. So point is, the rules, they are either badly written or I'm misunderstanding something. Anyway, point is, this is the conclusion I came to, and I don't think it's exactly correct. However, I just wanted to record my attempt. I'm not exactly sure why that worked. Anyway, yeah, I did not need a solution, I just kind of, to some degree, guessed, to some degree was confused by this and tried to solve it. I just wanted to make it clear that I did not cheat! This was fair! You did it, Sigma! You've sown your seeds! Oh god. Don't say that. Huh? Why not? Just don't. Quite you.
Quite you too. Look at this.
Oh! Alright, capsule. Okay, let's grab it. We got ourselves a green password then. And zoom in on this thing, I think.
Sigma, come here.
What's wrong?
I can see something in here.
What do you mean something?
Just look. It's easier than explaining.
Easier than what? Look at what? What am I supposed to look at? Where are you calling me? What the heck is this?
Probably a simplified version of DNA sequence. A is adenine, G is
whatever. I think we can manipulate it.
Yeah, looks like the puzzle has to do with pairing its bases.
I knew it would be too easy. Bases?
Yeah, DNA is made out of 4 bases. Those words which I don't want to pronounce. However, you can only bind A and T and G and C. Okay, hold up. A, T, G, and C. Anything else won't work. These are called complementary base pairing.
Sure know a lot about this stuff for a circus dude. That's surprising.
I guess so. Anyway, you should be able to solve a puzzle now. Give it a shot.
Position, blah blah blah. Ah, I see. So, A and T. Okay, do with TNT and dynamite. Okay, just trying to figure out which moves what. Okay, this one doesn't move anything else. This moves that. Okay, that moves that. Ah, okay, it's one of those puzzles. Okay, A and T. G and C, A and T. Okay. G and C with A and T. Okay. God, this is a pain. Okay, if it disappears from the right, it appears on the left. So you don't have an endless string or something like that. So like that. Why is it red? I'm gonna assume it's always gonna be red. Anyway. G and C, A and T. Something like that. Okay. This one is also free to move wherever it wants. A and T, G and C. Something like that. There it is. That was easy. Yeah. I expected it to be a little more complicated. Huh. I did it. Good job, Sigman. That was awesome. Want a treat? Yeah, sure, why not? Go ahead, give me a treat. I'm not hungry. I am. You're a turkey. What in the hell?
Stop screwing off, we don't have time for that. Now get over here and look at this.
Huh? There's something on it. Okay. Huh? It's different now.
Ships are in different places.
Okay, I got both passwords. Okay, like usual, let's do green first, and then do oops. Do oops.
Let's do oops.
Okay, so, blue. Moon, star, moon. Okay. That's a safe, right? Yeah, it's just like the one in the B room. I saw one in the infirmary too. If you punch it in the right password, it'll open up. That should. Star, moon, star. There we go. There we go. Okay, I got myself a gold file. You did it! Nice. Okay, which one is the second password? Good thing that the game remembers it, because I sure as hell don't. A pass, yes. Moon, sun, okay. Moon, sun. There you go. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Magnificent. What else is that thing? Okay, great. Ha! It opened. Awesome, the suspense was killing me. Okay, we got here. First is
The map?
it says floor B. When I found it in the infirmary, it said floor A.
So it's the one in the lounge.
And that would make floor A the top floor, right? I mean, you rode the elevator down to get here.
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright, let's keep looking. There's a lot of stuff in here. What's there?
The key cards.
Each one's got a picture of a moon in it. These have to be the cards the announcer was talking about.
Looks like we gave us two, just like with sun cards. I'm a solo, so I'll hang on to one. Cool?
Sure, fine. Next up, we've got a notebook, huh? Anything interesting? I can't read any of this. Are these even letters? What the heck is this? Is it a journal? It's got dates and stuff. Maybe, but I can't read any of this.
What language is it?
Who knows? Maybe it's Brazilian? They speak Portuguese in Brazil. Anyway, what else have we got here? Oh, it sucks how you don't show me what the extra is at. I mean, yeah, but can you actually show me the letters? Would it be too obvious? Looks like two more things. Is that medicine? What's it say on the label? A X E L L A V I R. X lever? Oh god, don't talk about axes, please. Wait, didn't Luna say something about You're right! This is it! This is it! This is the cure for radical sex!
Well, hold on, let me see that.
Later, we need to get out of here as quick as possible. Yeah, we need to get this stuff work. First we gotta get out of this room. Yeah, but that's easy, you got it, right? Yeah, I did it. Did it. There's a key. Yeah, let's go. Okay, yeah, that's a good thing. It doesn't end immediately after you get the key, so you can actually punch in a second password. I just wanted to be sure of that, but I still try to go for the blue password first. Wait, where's the door thing? Ah, there it is. Okay, that's what I was looking for. I finally found what I was looking for! And it, for some reason, zooms out! I look for the door. It says look. You guys ready? Yeah, let's do it!
Just get over it.
Okay, here we go. Free. Just get it over with. Come on, man.
Hey, hold on a minute.
You know, it's funny, that's actually the first time I didn't use a walkthrough. I have it right there in the background. But I didn't use it. I'm stronger than that.
There's something... Nah, I guess there's a couple of things I want to double check. Well, one of them's not really significant, I guess.
Huh?
First off, this machine. We didn't even end up using this thing, did we?
Yeah.
I was just wondering what it was.
Well, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to answer that. Look at the side here, that's the name for something. IG Replicator?
Replicator makes it sound like it makes copies of stuff.
What if I copy the accelerator? So it's like a copy machine.
Yeah, probably copies IG, whatever that is.
Immunoglobulin! Oh my god.
Who knows?
We know! We already know that! From the previous walkthrough! Jumpy though? Sounds like someone named No Jumpy, but why? Oh my god.
Ice cream by the gallon?
Of course, ice cream! This machine must be here so we can make all the ice cream we want. Are you nuts? You one idiotic girl, you know that? In other words, an IG.
Oh, good one!
Oh my god.
Hey, this isn't the time for stupid jokes.
It's a perfect time for stupid jokes. There's no wrong time for stupid jokes.
There's a helpless child back there in the infirmary who needs our help.
Come on, he's suicidal anyway. Nobody will miss him. Oh, god. Someone's gonna kill me for this. He was right, of course. I hang my head in shame.
At any rate, as long as we don't know what IG means, we can't do anything with this machine, right?
That's right.
Makes sense. On to the second issue. Sigma, you found a journal and some sort of vial in the safe, right?
Yeah?
The vial. Could you show it to me again?
Why?
I didn't really get a good look at it before.
Why do you get a feeling he's gonna break it?
You guys were in there so close I could barely see it. Was it really Accelavir?
Yeah, definitely. Okay, hold up. Let me just move a bit. Microphone's a little too far from me. As I spoke, I pulled the vial out of my pocket. See, it's written right here on the label. Accelavir.
You really are an idiot.
Huh?
Although I guess in this case the G in IG stands for guy.
What? I don't... Words were barely out of my mouth when he moved. Before I could blink, the vial disappeared from my hand. Hey, what gives?
What are you doing?
Dio slipped the vial quickly into his coat.
Oh, don't worry. I'll keep it safe. I'll even give it back to you later.
No, not later. Give it back now.
I don't think so. If you want it back, you're gonna have to listen to my request.
From what I understand, you're actually one frail guy, and I could probably just kick your ass, so, you know.
Request?
Yeah, that's what I said. If you want this back, in the next AB game, you have to choose ally.
You know you're a retard, right? I never betrayed anyone, unlike you. Ally? Wait, is that why you took her medicine? To blackmail me?
That's horrible! You're using Quark's life as leverage!
No, I'm gonna ally anyway. I wanna get screwed as much as physically possible before I get to a good ending.
Well, I've got some really good reasons to do so. I'll be happy to give it back if you just do what I say.
I didn't realize until they started to hurt, but I curled my hands into fists. If Dio would only give me an opening.
I wouldn't try and take it back by force if I were you. You make any sudden moves and I'll smash it.
He patted his pocket gently.
Oh, and one more thing. Don't tell those other idiots that you found some Accelavir in here. I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
Well, I guess we got our villain. I mean, can you tell me a single good guy who would do something like this? He is definitely gonna betray everyone and try to kill him. Like, I'm gonna bet this whole game is here to screw him. And probably someone else. Maybe Tenmyoji.
That's not fair.
This game isn't about compassion. It's not about being clever. It's about one thing. How well you can manipulate people to your advantage. How unfair you can be. So, what are you gonna do?
No, I could just kill you. I probably still have a scalpel.
Ready to promise me you'll pick ally?
Fine. I promise.
Sigma!
No, seriously, he can probably just turn around, I pull out the scalpel and he's gone. That's it. No betrayal. I mean, he's betrayed. He's the one who betrayed us.
Oh, I knew you'd say it eventually. I'm glad you understand how this works. But don't think about trying anything funny. Break your promise and, well, you know what happens. See you chumps later. I'm really looking forward to the next round.
See you. One last satisfied chuckle, Dio strutted out of the room.
Are you really going to do what he says?
Yeah.
Sigma, you've only got one BP right now. If we choose ally and he chooses betray...
I know. I dropped to -1, and that means I'll get penalized.
But that means...
Look, it's not like I want to, alright? If he don't do as he says, then he'll destroy medicine. If he does that, then Quark will...
So you're going to die to save his life? That's... Why would you do that?
I'm just a good guy. It's not like I was talking about murder like 5 seconds ago. Damn, seriously, if I was immortal, I would just constantly do stuff like that. It's like, just fuck with people, no problem. In all honesty, I was terrified. My choice was far from a foregone conclusion. Now, we should get back to upper floor. Everybody else is probably finished already. I bet they're waiting for us. I didn't wait for Clover's response. Yeah, seriously, that does make me kind of think about a game where you're like immortal and you can do whatever you want. Undertale is kind of like that, where it's like, yo, you can try as many times as you want, and at one point you might go genocide route. And that's what I like about it. It's like, I want more games like that, you know? Where every game is like, you're immortal, and you can fuck with everyone, however you want. Yeah. Still, I'm kinda curious, do I actually get a choice now? It's like, who to save? But yeah, if everything goes according to plan, I should have an ending here. Doesn't matter if it's bad, doesn't matter if it's good. It's gonna be at least some ending, instead of just been to be continued. Oh yeah, I looked up how it's said in Japanese, but I forgot. I think it sounds kinda similar to Tenmyoji actually. Oh, I could be wrong.
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
Sorry, I went ahead and cracked it open a bit early.
Yeah. One of his hands was a moon key. He twirled it around like a veteran gambler, and then slid it back into his pocket.
You don't mind, right?
Yeah, sure.
I figured you and Clover would get up here right away. Besides, I thought it'd be best to get this done soon before you lose your nerve. I don't know about you, I'm really looking forward to the next round.
I glanced around the warehouse. Alice and Kay were back. Alice and Potassium. Oh, hold up, I forgot his real name. Potassium. As was Fee. And of course Clover. Where are Tenmyoji and the rest of them?
They're in the infirmary.
We carried Quark to one of the beds.
Tenmyoji and Luna are looking after him.
I see.
How's he doing?
Well, it's hard to say. He seems to be sleeping soundly, but beyond that, there's really no way to know.
I'll change it now.
Right.
So what was your room, Sigma?
No laboratory.
Is that so?
Did it look like the kind of place where they'd be researching viruses and DNA and those kinds of things?
Actually kinda did.
Yeah, it did.
Was there any of that Excelivir?
Do I have a choice?
Don't tell those other idiots that you found some Excelivir in here.
I would 100% say.
I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
Like if I get a choice, I would say it. My eyes flicked at Dio for a moment. No, nothing. Beside me, Clover bit her lip.
I see.
So, how'd it go with you? Find anything interesting? Fiona shook her head. With a unison of movement, what almost looked choreographed, Allison Kay shrugged. Ah, damn it! Again, I fucked up. Potassium! Allison, potassium.
Where does that leave us? We still got about 40 minutes left until voting ends.
What are you gonna do?
I'm a little curious about that lab you found. I thought I might go take a peek at it.
I'll show you the way then.
That would be wonderful.
I think I'll go have a look at the room Alice Kay and Tenmyoji found. Never know. Maybe you missed something. Perhaps there's some Excelivir hidden somewhere in there.
What a bastard.
Then I shall take you there.
What about you two? Where are you going?
No, I think I'll start by heading over to infirmary to see how Quark's doing.
Then I will too.
Glad that's
Why is she following me? It's almost like she's keeping an eye on me. Because she knows that I'm supposed to have Excelivir. She nodded to Clover, and they disappeared through a magenta door. Tio and Kay followed a few footsteps behind. Okay then. Guess we should be going too.
Hold on. Show me that journal first.
Did this say anything about the journal? Because I'm not seeing this. That was what is I hear one bit of blah blah blah. Yeah. I'm not hearing a single word about the journal.
Dio told me about it.
Of course.
You wouldn't tell me anything about the lab except that you found a journal with, his words, some sort of bullshit language. You said you had it, so I was hoping I could take a look.
It's probably something weird, like you gotta overlay a special paper over it so you can read it. Yeah, one sec. I took the journal out of my pocket and handed it to Fee. Must be a giant pocket. I mean, seriously, can you fit a book in your pocket? Must be huge. She began to flip through the pages, her eyes quickly scanning each one.
This is Latin.
Wait, seriously, you couldn't recognize Latin? Sigma, you blind? Your name's Sigma. Come on. Latin? You mean you can read it?
Yeah, with time and a dictionary.
So no words now.
Pardon me for not being able to translate a dead language on the fly.
Well, Luna might be able to know something like that. It's medical terms are sometimes in Latin. Mostly biology, actually.
This looks like some kind of research log. It's not gonna be some sort of, I took the dog for a walk today. It was nice kind of stuff. I can understand a little of it, mostly conjunctions and things like that. But most of these words I've never even seen before.
That's just like me in Japanese. He started to leaf through a book again as she spoke. But suddenly she stopped.
Wait. I can read this one. Page 216.
216. Does that number come up anywhere else? It might have come up in the previous game, but I don't remember.
This isn't research notes. It looks like a personal entry.
What's it say?
Don't rush me. This is gonna take a minute.
Oh, I'm gonna rush you. Also, yeah, another thing, we still didn't find the bomb. Nobody planted it. Huh. I wonder what's that all about.
Interesting. Alright, I think I got it. It looks like they're talking about Radical 6.
What? Why are we talking about that?
Not sure. Let me read it to you. Keep in mind I'm paraphrasing.
When the body is infected with Radical 6, the processing speed of a brain is reduced. If we assume the brain currently operates on a one-by-one basis with regards to time, Radical 6 reduces this to 1 square root of 1 out of 1 divided by 6, or approximately 1 to 0.408 of a thousandth. Jesus, saying this is so weird. This means that for each second that passes outside, the patient feels only 0.408 seconds have passed inside. So basically like half. Therefore, when 1 second has passed inside, approximately 2.45 seconds or square root of 6 seconds have passed outside. In other words, when 10 seconds passed in real world, a patient infected with Radical 6 would feel as if only 4 seconds have passed. This is why the virus has been termed Radical 6. Radical is another term for what is also known as the root operation, the function inverses to the taking of a power. In a less mathematical sense, it also can be used to refer to something that is extreme or severe. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. The exact cause of this is unclear, and although there is of yet no direct link between suicidal urges and reduction in mental processing speed, many believe that they are not unrelated. Those infected with Radical 6 perceive the world to be moving at a fever pitch, as if it were a video cassette being fast-forwarded. For instance, although the patient believes that only 10 seconds have passed, in fact, 24.5 seconds have passed. Given this increased speed of input, maintaining the ability to observe and reason would become a Herculean task. One theory holds that the disparity in time perception causes the brain to be flooded with massive amounts of information, unable to keep up, it begins to fail. Whatever the cause, the infected invariably attempt to take their own lives, which is arguably the most terrifying aspect of this virus. Research suggests that the targeted antiviral could kill or at least disable Radical 6, but we have been unable to develop one. It seems our best hope now is to harvest antibodies from someone with a natural immunity to the virus. Thus far, however, we have been unable to locate a suitable subject, so I have continued my efforts to discover an alternative means of treatment. I'm gonna bet Sigma is immune to the virus. Just calling it right now. Blind guess. Given my current rate of progress, I predict that I will have a workable treatment within a decade or two. It is my fervent hope that humanity will be able to survive that long. Bodies of those dead from suicide are piled up along the roads leading in and out of town. The entire area reeks with a stench of decay, and the sky is filled with a constant buzzing of flies. At times their swarms are so thick that when one passes it feels as if a cloud had gone over the sun. Every day I see more crows and rats everywhere, feeding on the dead. Ironically, the only healthy-looking creatures are the stray cats, who have grown fat on the plentiful rodent diet. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters. I don't know how many were saved, but I fear only a handful. And survival is the only hope that remains for the human race. Oh Lord, please, let the future be a bright one. I definitely got better at reading stuff. I don't stutter every 5 seconds. So, that's a good thing. No, that's a lot of information. How the hell did you discern that, actually? Now we know what the virus does to you, though. If you get infected when your brain slows down by the root of 1/6, that's, what, about 40%?
That isn't the important part. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide.
Yeah, you're right. That would explain why Quark was, well, trying to kill himself.
There are 2 other things in here that worry me. First, the part about how they haven't managed to develop a treatment for it yet. What do you make of that?
What am I supposed to make out of it? Maybe they just haven't found it when this journal was written. I mean, from what we know, there's a drug called Accelerator that cures it.
Exactly. But in the journal it says it might take 20 years to make something like that.
Hold on a sec. I'm getting confused. When was this thing even written?
December 29th. No year.
Well, there's no way it was written this year.
Yeah, probably not. Anyway, moving on. The second concern I have is about the underground shelters it mentions. The newspaper article said something about quarantining people too. After we read it, we all thought the same thing. What if this was one of those quarantine facilities?
It's Tenmyoji's journal. I'm thinking.
But this journal seems to suggest the opposite. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters.
I'm trying to say, well, this place might be one of those underground shelters. Should mean we're all supposed to be uninfected. We have been thrown in here to keep us safe.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way to say for sure at this point, but it seems possible.
But Quark's been infected, right?
Then maybe the virus got in somehow.
That would be bad.
Just think about it for a minute. If this is one of those shelters, a lot of things start to make sense. Maybe we've been here for a long time. Like, maybe they put us to sleep somehow. Made us sleep for years, maybe even decades. While we were sleeping, the pandemic that the newspaper article talked about happened. And whoever had this journal made this entry.
Actually, what happens to the age when you go through cryosleep? Because I'm not exactly sure. You put a child in cryosleep, does it grow? Like, it doesn't eat anything, so I guess it wouldn't, but... I'm just confused as to how age happens. Do we have wrinkles now? Or are we never gonna grow properly from now on? And then once the antiviral treatment was finished, they woke us up?
Right. It's all just speculation, but...
No, it doesn't make sense. I mean, it seems like a pretty plausible scenario, but we were all captured before the pandemic started, right?
Yeah.
And how would they have put us to sleep for that long? How would we have known to do that? Most importantly, why the hell are we playing the nunnery game if the point of this place is to save us? Throwing a bunch of people into a game that might kill them is a pretty weird way to protect them from a pandemic.
Yeah, you're right.
See? Well...
We don't have enough information to make any real conclusions.
It could be like Danganronpa, where you were supposed to have one thing happen, but it kinda backfired because someone else seized control.
I think we should see if we can
Someone
find
with
anything
white
else.
hair. With kind of a cool voice. We had barely finished speaking before she took off for a magenta door. Hey, won't you come into the infirmary with me?
I've changed my mind. You can tell me about Quark later.
And of that? I forgot what's in the magenta door. I think it's a bar. She was gone. Man. I let out a long tight sigh and started off toward the infirmary. Okay. How's he doing?
He seems to be stable, as far as I can tell.
Still sleeping.
I see. Mind if I have a look?
Please, go ahead.
I made my way around the partition to the side of Quark's bed. Journal and the thing Fee and I had talked about would definitely need to be addressed, but for a moment the AB game was what we needed to concentrate it on. Lives are at stake, mine and Quark's. Was infected by Radical 6, eventually developed a powerful urge to commit suicide. If the journal was telling the truth, then as soon as the anesthetic wore off, Quark would go insane again. What if we weren't able to restrain him a second time? What if he manages to kill himself before we got to him? Perhaps he'd just get out of the infirmary and go hide somewhere. On the other hand, it wasn't like we could keep doing that forever. There was only one way to save Quark, and that was with Accelerator. Unfortunately, Dio had stolen it. If we wanted to get it back, Clover and I would have to, well, ally. But if I did, there was an excellent chance I would end up dead. The question was then what to do. Sacrifice myself to save Quark? Or keep myself quiet about the danger he was in to save myself? It was so faint I almost didn't hear it.
Grandpa. Grandpa.
He shifted a little and fell silent again. It was enough though. What on earth had I been thinking? How could I have considered letting a child die in my place? Suddenly my cheeks felt hot with embarrassment and disgust. But I had considered letting Quark die even for a minute was pathetic. There was only one choice. There had only ever been one choice. No way was I going to leave Quark to die. My hands tightened into fists as I looked down at him. Any uncertainty I felt before it was gone, I knew what I was going to do.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling.
I still get a choice though.
All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally. Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
Looks like it's almost time. You two should head back.
What about you?
Not going. I'm worried about Quark.
But you're a solo. If you don't vote...
I'll automatically ally. I know. I heard the voice on the intercom just like you.
What are you going to do if Kay and Alice will betray?
Nothing, I suppose. Just means I lost that round. I'd just be voting ally anyway. You know who my opponents are, right? Alice only has one BP left. If I pick betray and they chose ally, I'd kill her. I'm not so desperate to escape that I'm gonna kill someone for it. And even if I was, I can't leave Quark behind. You see? Doesn't matter if I go into the AB room or not. My vote's the same either way.
The mayor's mind was made up. Trying to persuade him to leave would have been pointless. Alright, take care of Quark.
Of course. You worry about yourself.
Let's go.
Okay.
Luna and I headed out of the infirmary, leaving Tenmyoji and Quark behind. I don't like the fact that you heard him talk in his sleep for a second, not tell him that. I think you should tell Tenmyoji. It's not a big deal, but I think you should do it. When we got to the warehouse, we found everyone else waiting for us.
What's up, bitches? Sigma in the house?
Well, not quite everyone. One other person was missing. Hey, where's Dio?
Take a look at the doors.
We're all closed. When I came in here before, the one on the far right was open.
And that would mean...
Well, he went in, I guess.
Exactly.
That bastard. Probably been worried I might try and take Excellent from him by force, so he'd hidden himself in the AB room. What a coward. Made up my mind to choose ally no matter what, but part of me had still considered trying to jump Dio if he dropped his guard. Now he'd make sure I wouldn't get a chance to try.
Where's Tenmyoji?
Oh,
Luna explained Tenmyoji's choice.
I see. Well, I guess that means I don't have to worry about him picking betray.
right. What will you guys be choosing then?
Ally, of course.
Because my BP is 6, I assume.
Yes. As long as Tenmyoji votes ally, I can't choose betray. If I do, K's BP will go up to 9.
But what if he forces you?
You needn't worry.
That was such a creepy laugh. Oh my god.
I would never do something so crass.
You sound like... Hal. I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Alice. I'm going to select betray instead of ally.
Really?
Of course.
Why don't I trust him?
Then you don't need to go in there.
Excuse me?
Alice can vote by herself. Then we don't have anything to worry about, right?
Well,
That's the first time she actually doesn't say anything related to the rules. It's like everyone shares the destiny Zero said. And she should assume what they should go together, according to the rules. I don't like it. I don't like
I
this.
apologize, but I'm afraid I can't agree to that.
Why not?
I just can't. Shall we go, Alice?
Hey, hold on a minute there.
He continued briskly toward the AB room, as if he simply hadn't heard Fee. I scrambled to follow him, perhaps concerned that he would lock her out. Only seconds later, they disappeared into the third room from the left.
I hope Alice is going to be okay.
You know, guys, you still haven't talked about the dead old lady.
Well, there's nothing we can do now.
I wonder if she's lying side by side with Quark. Kinda side by side.
If Kay told the truth, she'll be fine.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Time's almost up. Come on, Luna.
Right.
Why didn't you say come on, Sigma? I headed off at a trot toward the second room from the right, and we were soon out of sight beside it. Alright, Clover, time for us to go.
Oh, okay. Right behind you.
I sighed to myself and headed toward the leftmost AB room. Well, let's get ourselves killed. Yoink. I'm gonna miss that homicidal bunny.
What are you gonna do?
I don't really have a choice, do I? There's only one thing I can do. I'm going to choose Ally.
You can't! You'll die!
Well, you never know. Just because Dio told us to Ally doesn't necessarily mean he's going to pick Betray.
Do you really think a jerk like that is going to choose Ally if he doesn't have to?
Well, I really think he's gonna betray us, but, you know, I want to see what's gonna happen.
No. No way!
I want to see myself die. Besides, that's the most fun endings in the end.
He's got 6 BP right now. If he picks Betray, then he'll have 9 points!
Now, what about you?
Huh?
You got 6 BP too, right? Dio chooses Ally and they choose Betray, then you'd have 9 BP.
What? No, that's not... I didn't even realize that until you brought it up. I'm just trying to tell you that Dio is going to pick Betray. That's who he is.
And I'm trying to tell you what I've made up my mind. That's who I am. My only choice is Ally. So only chance we have to get that medicine back.
That's why Dio called you an IG. What makes you think he's going to give us the Excelavir, even if you do what he says?
Maybe he won't, but I can guarantee that he'll destroy it if I pick Betray. That's who he is.
Fine. If you aren't gonna listen to me, then I guess I don't have a choice. I'll be pushing that button.
Huh? Before I realized what was going on, Clover ducked past me and ran toward the voting machine. No! Stop! I snatched her by the arm and hauled backwards with all my strength. Yeah, I should be a big dude.
Ow!
Sorry, guess that was a little too hard, huh?
Hey! What do you think you're doing? You can't just throw a girl around like that.
Well, you're the one who tried to trick me.
But you're gonna die! Dio's going to kill you!
Oh, your concern is so cute.
You can't do this! I don't want you to die.
Why do you care so much, though?
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Well, that was fast. Thanks. It means a lot to hear you say that, Clover. I gave her my best reassuring nod and turned to face the polling machine.
3, 2, 1.
Again, like I said, there's no repercussions.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
It's been a good round world, but you're stupid as shit.
Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
God, the bird just flew right by my window and I saw it at the corner of my eye. It was so weird. It was so big, so close. Scared me. Chloe and I stepped out of A/B room. For several long moments we just stared at one another. Words weren't necessary. Everything she would have tried to tell me, I could already see in her eyes. Let's go. I turned and headed toward the results screen.
Sigma.
I heard her behind me. Her was barely louder than a whisper. Choice was already made. I stood up straight and kept walking. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Well, at least Fee will be fine, so there's that.
What?
Sigma's BP is...
Negative.
Suddenly all eyes were on me. Felt their weight, but stood my ground. It was the result I had expected. I took a deep breath and closed my eyes. Yep. I didn't have to wait long. There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic Soporil. I blinked and my vision started to blur. And I tried to think. It felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble and gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor.
Sigma! Sigma! Hang on! Hey! Sigma! Get up!
Sigma!
Oh no! Oh no, oh no, oh no!
Okay, so far nobody's really acting that suspicious. I'm just trying if I can find any clues from this end, and trying to open my eyelids was like trying to lift sheets of lead. My eyes had lost the ability to focus, but I could make out a blur what had to be Dio in front of a number 9 door. Damn it. You'll keep your promise, goddammit. I groaned and with a Herculean effort lifted my head and then my sluggish body off the floor. Every step was a battle, and whenever I shifted my weight, my muscles threatened to give out again. But somehow I forced myself ahead, a single thought burning in my mind. I would reach Dio. And, at last. A smudge of color faded into a recognizable person. I threw out my hand in front of him. Give it back. Give me the medicine.
Give it back. Don't act like it's yours. Are we supposed to share everything we find here?
Oh, you're such a piece of shit. I don't care. Just hand me the medicine.
What are you talking about?
Found the accelerator in the laboratory.
And Dio stole it.
What?
You mean he has it? Right now?
Yeah. So?
I kept my promise. Now, you... I wasn't a fool, I knew the kind of person Dio was. There was a chance he wouldn't give back the accelerator. If he didn't, then I'd die with my hands around his throat. Gathered as much of my mind as I could and got ready to attack.
Fine.
Not quite what I'd been expecting.
Here.
With a shrug, he pulled the vial out of his pocket and tossed it toward me. I caught it and pulled a tiny glass bottle to my chest, worried I might drop it. Label said unmistakably Accelerator. It was a real thing. Clover, take it. I held it out toward her.
Right. Of course.
She quickly tucked it into her pocket. Good. Now, at least Quark will be alright. With that, last of my strength left me, and I dropped to my knees.
Sigma! Are you okay? Sigma! Sigma!
I guess this is it.
First, is the soap real? Let's put you to sleep. 9 minutes later, the tubocurarine is injected, numbing your respiratory muscles. I guess you could say it'll really take your breath away.
9 minutes? Once the Soparil was injected, I had 9 minutes until a muscle relaxant swallowed it. About 4 minutes had already passed, which left me with 5, give or take a little. In 5 minutes, I would be dead. What could I do in 5 minutes? How could I save myself? Heh. I gave a raspy, quiet laugh. Even with death staring me in the face, I seemed to be determined to struggle right up until the very end. Okay, Sigma, you can do this. Clinging desperately to what little consciousness I had left, I racked my brain for any possible solutions. Chop off your arm. That's a solution. I already suggested this before. How could I save myself? How? There had to be something. Every problem, no matter how difficult, has a solution. There's always another option. Hopelessness is a state of mind. I just had to think. Think. If there was a way out, I'd find it. I wasn't ready to give up on life yet. There had to be an answer. Oh, come on, don't end here. Don't end here again. Ah, damn it. Give me a bad ending, god damn it. This sucks. I just want to have a bad ending at least. Just one bad ending, give me that. No, to be continued, to be continued.